ShopDog says welcome back. I hope there's some cheese and crackers. And I want to show you guys something. I'm showing them as well. Now this one's going to come back out because there's a piece of trim we're painting. But if we flip the switch in the back, courtesy lights. All of them, including under the dash. Or if we open a door, courtesy lights all around. It worked. It looks great. I'm very, very happy with how this came out. And then if you want to just pop your latch and go to take, like you're going to take that off. So when you do it, you just kind of, you pick up the bottom, usually from the latch. And then once that's out a little bit.
Breakaway harness?
Yeah, there is a breakaway harness.
Over that lip.
Yeah, you just got to get over that lip. See, this is how you know that we don't rehearse this. Okay, and I left you a long loop, and then see, I did put a weather pack because it's easier to disconnect.
Yeah, look at that.
Because those things are a nightmare to disconnect. So I gave you a weather pack if you had to get that out of the way to get in there. Or it's long enough that if the floor was flat and you just need it in there, you could probably set this out of your way, do what you're doing, put it back. Gave you options. The other nice thing is my clips finally showed up. So you'll notice there's two little tabs there. Those are wire harness clips. I have some. Yep. So let me go show the people. I know it's a mess in here. So this is larger than the ones that I've been reclaiming from old GM harnesses. And these are great. So when you're taping your harness, you tape that in, drill a hole, pop it in. That looks really, really nice. Yeah, there's a piece of trim that goes here that's in the middle of repainting, so we can't finalize this install. But having this switch here really makes it nice.
So Aaron, with these clips here, you use the factory
the factory loops.
And the other one right here too.
Yep, I just wanted a little more support. I didn't want the wires to sit down on that crossbar there and rub as you're driving down the road.
I'm surprised they didn't have anything there from the factory.
It was that flex print stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have gone anywhere. So yeah, look at that.
That's nice.
Okay, it turns out that plastic thing goes over the top. Also, it turns out that paint is back at their house, so we're not going to be doing that. All right, turn the power off. So, but that means we can get this installed. And once that's installed, then we can move these seats back so we can pull the radio so we can deal with all that because we want that done today. So, yeah, this is going to work out. Okay, a piece of trim I didn't know about that they've got all painted up nice and goes here. I now have to take most of this back off to get it on, but I'll get there. And he's getting ready to do his. This welting is a pain. Yeah, but the interior guy will replace that.
Yeah, it's hard. There's no, and it's... Yeah, it's a mess.
No, the
Interior
welting
guy will take care of it.
Yes, that's his job. There. Now we got them working in their natural habitat. A Pontiac. Okay. So it looks like Diesel's slowly getting that in there. I'll crawl in a minute and start locating some of those top ones. And Ollie just went out to greet neighbor Jeff. So...
Good boy.
Yep, see, Ollie went out and got his buddy. So, you know, ShopDog likes company. Because what if Jeff's the one that's going to hand out sausages? You never know. Not sure what we're fighting, so all of this is coming out. He's having a hard time getting a screw down there to line up. And rather than us just horse it, we're like, you know, let's just take it apart and see what we're fighting. And we now know that is a nightmare getting all the screws in here. We still don't even have this piece of trim up yet, and she's finishing the front. But holy cow, getting that in correctly was really difficult. Dog says it is 0 beer 30, and he's very happy about that because he knows when people are in the fridge, they might hand him a sausage. That's really all he lives for. So at this point, we have just drilled a hole over there and a hole over here for these phono plugs for the rear speakers. And then we can get those hooked up, and then that way he can have removable speakers real easy. As you can see, I just mapped out the polarization on them. And we're going to have plus and minus be floating and not tied to ground. So we used a 3-pin. Okay, so I've got that one soldered and heat shrunk. Getting ready to do this one here. Got the iron warming back up. It makes it a little nicer and a little safer just to keep it soldered instead of trying to do any other goofy connections here. Okay, so here is the concept. You can see that one's in, that one's in, and we made sure that we're back far enough that that's also not going to be an issue when the door is closed. So yeah, that's going to work out really nice. And then when he doesn't want the speakers out, he can store them down in the well down here. So that's going to work slick. And just like that, we're done in the well. We have our light harness. We have our 2 stereo harnesses started. You know, we just got to do the ones to the actual speaker boxes. This actually goes in here for that. So I'm going to close the well back up, and we shouldn't need in here for a while. Just like that, the last piece of trim is going back in. And the back of the car is starting to look like the back of the car. I wonder where that bumpy went. We'll have to find that. But they were going to paint that when they get home. And I probably should be helping her with that piece of trim. Okay, getting a little action footage. Pixie's in there doing her final touches. Diesel's in here discovering just how clever it is the way I mounted that radio and how fun it is to get it in and out.
And how much room there isn't under the dash anymore.
No, I do that. I do that. That's why we did what we did.
Jeez.
But he's working on changing those bezel heights to work a little better and look a little nicer. Okay, Miss Beans came out to get some bonus sausage. And she's pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I don't have any.
All right, he has been monkeying with that for a while. And the last time they go on, there's going to be a little RTV on those so they don't come off. And they're not perfect, but all they've got to do is sit on there nice, because that's a decoration radio. Hey, look how nice that looks. I'm super happy. I really like that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now he's starting to hook things in.
Hey, did you see the harness right there? Look at that.
Yeah, see, that's all tied in.
Not plugged in
And
yet.
now I built the little harness to plug into our setup. So it's getting there. Okay, there's a lot going on here that you can see. And then that'll all get policed up when the console's in the last time. You can see a lot of that suddenly disappearing. Still got a little work with that video cable there, but this is really coming out. We're getting pretty happy with this. Stereo should not have to come out anymore. And remember, we've got the actual unit mounted to the back. So, yeah. It's not as much room under this dash as there once was. It sure looked like so much.
You see how nice those went on?
Oh, yeah, I know. Isn't that beautiful? For a radio that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, think about it. You used to be able to put a small dead body underneath that dash.
Yeah, not so much now. That aftermarket AC took up a lot of room. Okay, he's pulling stuff down, looking for where he's going to mount the microphone, because we might as well get that sorted out right now. Next time the Dakota box is down, that gets hooked up to the parking brake, because otherwise Android Auto is not going to be happy. So that's got to happen. Okay, ShopDog's getting a little bored with us. Nobody's been handing out sausages. So I think he wants us to go in now. In light of that, I know it doesn't ever look like anything's happening, because that was there before, but now it's actually mounted. And then the stuff that's hanging down there, once the console's in, we've got areas for wire bundling. We've got a nice location for the microphone, and we're pretty happy with that. And this will all come in real nice and tidy when we're done. I've still got to hook that up for the parking brake signal for Android Auto. you know, a couple speaker wires that we're going to find a nice, neat location to dump them for now. But this is really, really coming along. The interior harness is almost done.
Come back here and look at this.
Okay, I'm coming back here to look at something.
Look at that. All together back here.
I know. And, wow, we forgot. What a nightmare it is putting all this together.
Panels are a pain in the ass, aren't they?
None of this stuff ever lines up all that well. But it's in. It looks really good. I'm pretty happy with the way the lights work. I'm happy with the way the seat's working. All of this is looking really good. I like having this switch. Now, we don't have power hooked up, but, you know, that's kind of handy. You know, it's all coming along. The camera still looks really nice. We're happy with that. No, at this point, I think this is going to be another episode all wrapped up. Like I said, ShopDog's bored, so let's see what they have to say.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.